What's up, Totem Pole Nation? This is Lambo and Matt's World of Sports. Lambo is out for now, so we'll go into this episode of the recruiting trail solo or together, I guess. The Missouri Tigers are who we are focusing on today. Thank you to Sideline Sports Network for the platform as always. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to support the boys by getting some merch, link is in the ticker, totempolenation.com. All right, it's enough talking. Let's get into it. All right, like I said, Missouri recruiting. They are the 45th class in the country, according to 24/7 Recruiting. That would be 16th, aka last in the SEC. They currently have 14 commits, 1 5-star, 2 4-stars, and 11 3-stars. And to start this off, I'm going to get into their top 5 commits so far, starting with a 5-star edge rusher, Williams Nney. Excuse me for mispronouncing that. 6'5", 250 from Lee's Summit North High School in Lee's Summit, Missouri. He's the 4th-ranked player nationally, the 1st-ranked defensive lineman, and the 1st-ranked player for Missouri. That is their one and only 5-star. Next, 4-star cornerback, Cameron Keys, 6 foot 160 from A. Crawford Mosley in Lynn Haven, Florida. He's the 24th ranked cornerback in the country and the 31st player in the state of Florida. He runs track. He's fast. He's got multiple sub 1100 meters, including a 1085. The scouting report points to his potential to be an all-around ball hawk at the next level after he gains some muscle mass, obviously being 160. But he can, cover vertically and horizontally. He's got the track speed as well as the athleticism to do it all on the defensive side of the ball. Next up is a 4-star wide receiver, James Madison II. He's 6'3", 190 from St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 62nd ranked wide receiver in the country and the 54th ranked player in Florida. That rounds out the 4-star recruits. The next 2 in the top 5 are 3-stars, starting with an edge rusher, Elias Williams, 6'4", 270 from Hudson High School in Hudson, Florida. 55th ranked D lineman in the country and the 63rd ranked player in Florida. Solid varsity basketball player and also a state qualifier in discus. In track and field. Last year, he had 51 tackles, 13 and a half of those being for loss, 29 hurries, 2 forced fumbles, and 7 sacks. Rounding out the top 5 commits, 3-star quarterback, Aiden Glover, 6'3", 190 from Collierville High School in Collierville, Tennessee. 31st ranked quarterback in the country and the 13th ranked player in Tennessee. Last year, he threw the ball at 65% for 1,400 yards with 21 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions. He also carried the ball for 418 yards, 7.3 a carry, and 3 touchdowns. So next up, going into the depth chart notes a little bit, the wide receiver room is fine. There's depth there. Same with the quarterback room, even though they are bringing in, like I said, Aiden Glover. They are, though, losing 2 offensive linemen to the draft in Javon Foster and Xavier Delgado. They currently have 1 O-line commit, 3-star tackle, Ryan Josts, 6'6", 280, big boy from Washington High School in Washington, Missouri, 68th ranked offensive tackle in the country and the 13th ranked player in Missouri. They're losing their top 2 rushers in Cody Schrader and Nathaniel Pete. They currently have 1 athlete who is committed who is most likely to play running back according to 24/7. That would be 3-star athlete Austin Dindy. Austin Dindy is 6'1", 190 from Pine Bluff High School in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, the 48th ranked player as an athlete and the 7th ranked player in the state of Arkansas. Moving on. Losing 2 starting defensive linemen in Darius Robinson and Relis George Jr. They currently have 4 D-line commits, the 2 edge rushers I talked about before with Williams and Elias. They also have 3-star D lineman Jaylen Brown right here, 6'6", 235 from James Clemens High School in Madison, Alabama. 134th D lineman, 47th ranked player out of Alabama. And rounding out that D-line commitments so far is another 3-star, like I said, Justin Bodford. 6.5 feet tall, 295, St. Thomas Aquinas High School as well, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 205 as a D lineman, 273rd player in the state of Florida. They're most likely losing their number 1 linebacker to the NFL draft as well, Tyron Hopper. They have 1 linebacker commit currently, and that is Nicholas Rodriguez. 6'1", 190, 3-star, like I might have mentioned, St. Thomas Aquinas High School as well in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's the 82nd linebacker and 118th ranked player in Florida. And then rounding out what they're losing and what they will need to replace, 2 DBs are definitely going to get drafted or will, get picked up after the draft as well. They will be in the NFL next year in some capacity. And Chris Drain Abrams, who's, looking like he's going to be a top 4 round pick. And then Jalen Carlisle as well. They have 1 DB commit right now, and that is Cameron Keys. Like I mentioned, he's their number 2 overall recruit, 4-star cornerback. So there are areas where they will definitely need to hit the portal, but that's not like some end of the world thing. A lot of the players on this team now are also from the transfer portal, and it has worked out. This is a rebuilding SEC team, but in an SEC that is just getting bigger and more competitive with better and better teams joining, you definitely don't want to be consistently at the bottom of SEC recruiting unless you are hammering that transfer portal and, you're top of that field. But if you're, middle of the road of one and bottom of the pack in the other, that's not going to, pick up much ground in the SEC. But Missouri has had an excellent season. So what do I know? Obviously, they're doing something right now. Hopefully that continues and the success for Missouri continues. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I've got on the Missouri Tigers recruiting class. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the video, who you're excited about, or if you have a recruit that you wanted to highlight, just let me know in the comments. Thank you to Sideline Sports Network. As always, thank you, Totem Pole Nation, and we will see you with